Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. So today we're discussing something that came out in 2022 to mark 20 years of the Seamaster Aqua Terra. We got a bumper crop of steel 38mm Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra models, 38 in steel with colored dials, and this one features a rich and ravishing metallic red. Now this is a 38mm watch, which is going to give it a lot of throwback appeal to those who remember the earlier, a little bit more delicately proportioned Aqua Terras, which are generally regarded as the successors to the long-running Seamaster 120 series. So this is part of that 2022 class of 38s with colorful dials. It's steel, it's 38 in diameter. It is 12.6 millimeters thick, 44.6 lug-to-lug, and with these pivoted end links in the bracelet, we have a 19 millimeter spacing between the lugs, and so the lug-to-lug dimension really is the total distance across the wrist. Throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears nicely. I could recommend this for him or for her. Really, it works well as a unisex timepiece, and I would recommend it for formal cuffs. No matter how tight, this will slip under the sleeve, and for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Once again, mine is 16. A lovely bracelet, short links, which always makes for a very supple, flexible feel. You can see a combination of polish and satin, a conforming link to mate it to the case. The outer faces are polished. We have many individual removable links, so you're going to get the right size. Double fold. You can see we use ceramic spring-loaded pin snaps in there to maintain the snappy tolerances over time. The steel cannot wear those ceramic pin snaps down. And then we have a double fold clasp. It's a sequential close. One side closes before the other, then twin trigger release, so it cannot pop open inadvertently. You must press both triggers. Rolling around the back, you can see the same movement that you'll find in the Seamaster Diver 300 meter, the 8800. One barrel, automatic, 55-hour power reserve, shock resistant with a free sprung balance and a full balance bridge. It's got the tri-level coaxial escapement, and it is a master chronometer. This 35 joule movement has a hacking seconds and quick set function, and the master chronometer functions, well, I suppose I should say traits. They're not really functions, but they include meeting and beating the COSC. The movement is COSC compliant, but then as a fully cased up watch, tested for chronometry in 6 positions, not the COSC's 5. Also tested for winding efficiency, power reserve, water resistance, durability, and thanks to the anti-magnetic balance staff, silicon hairspring, and escapement, it is anti-magnetic to over 15,000 Gauss. That is beyond 1.5 Tesla, approaching MRI territory. Very impressive. The coax, which uses tangential rather than sliding friction. Remember, a Swiss lever is sliding, but the tangential friction improves power reserve, 55 hours here, reduces maintenance requirements, and improves chronometry. So George Daniels' legacy is alive and well in this watch. We'll do a loom shot so you can get a better sense. And I do think that all 3 hands loom should be the bare minimum on any sporty watch. If you're going to loom the hours and minutes, loom the seconds too. Omega does well here to get away from the teak deck dial that has dominated Seamaster Aqua Terra dial style since the late 2000s. This is actually more effective. Makes it a little bit of a competitor to something like a Rolex Datejust, though it's sort of in between sizes. There's the Datejust 41, and then there's the 36, and well, there is a 39 out there on the Pearlmaster bracelet. This is more of its own thing. It gives you something that Rolex doesn't quite offer in the market, being unisex steel and 38. Applique indices, and you can see that the indices as well as the hands have both satin finished and polished facets, and the metallic sunburst is effective. We got a screw down crown here. 150 meter water resistant, so highly anti-magnetic, shock resistant, and water resistant. You can see the famed lyre style lugs. You can see on this generation we have polish on the flank, polish on the upper bevel, and then polish on the inward bevel, in contrast to many lyre style lug cases of the past, which would alternate between satin and polish. I actually think this looks quite elegant and well chosen. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.